Hi there and welcome to Dave in the Shed. I'm Dave and this is my little corner of the world, also known as the Shed Mahal. If you're into DIY, 3D printing and model trains, you've come to the right place. Now fair warning, I do things a little differently. I have cerebral palsy, which means sometimes things get a bit creative around here. But hey, that just makes it more fun. So if you like making, fixing, and maybe even breaking things along the way, stick around, hit that subscribe button, and let's build something awesome together. G'day folks, how you going this week? Dave in the Shed doing a quick update. It's Tuesday, it's been a good week, bad week so far. Been a bit of a win, don't know how well you can see up there, see if we can zoom in. Come on camera, come down. I have got in all the insulation that we're planning to do. Took a whole day yesterday, but we've got all the insulation in. Around the shed. This is in the back part of the shed. Show you all up there. It's all in and insulated. We missed a bit. We are so short. Well, surprised how much I got undone, but I'm short just a small amount. You know, see where the light's getting in here. Everything else is up there. That's insulated up to there, and I ran out just there, which is annoying because it's not worth going and get another roll just to do that little bit. So I'll have to work out some way of insulating the gap. But look at that, all that, the wind coming through is vastly decreased up there, around there. We'll go and have a look at the other end of the shed, take you around a bit of the cook's tour, as they say. So there was my disaster when I moved the spray foam up there, but creaky door, all around the edges have all been up there, and tripping over my mess in a sec. But anyway, we've got all the insulation done. Good news, bad news time. Well, the new lights arrived yesterday with some of them, and I started to install them. I was planning to recycle light fittings. These are massive garage lights. I'll show you and blind everybody. So improve the lighting a little bit. I was planning to, reuse the fittings and just put the new lamps in the old fittings, and that was not a success. So I got one, but I've had to order new fittings now to take the new lamps because that just didn't work. The old fittings, new lamps just didn't work. I have one new fitting left over from the previous install, so I used one new fitting, one new lamp. So I've got to get some new fittings to arrive now so then I can put more lamps in. Got more lamps, just don't have them in. But that'll make it easier to video. Been playing around with the surround sound system, just out of interest. Doesn't do much for me because I'm as deaf as a post anyway, but I thought it was just me being deaf, but this was donated, Pioneer surround sound system. Subwoofer channel's dead on it. I've been playing and fiddling and thinking it was my deafness and doing bits and pieces, but yeah, subwoofer channel just doesn't work properly. As you can see, I've been playing with speakers. These are the ones that are going down to Bathurst, and I've even got one of those plugged in, trying to boost the subwoofer channel to see if I can get something out of it. But no, the subwoofer channel's dead. It's just, there's the audio that comes out of it is there. It's just horrible. So, and that could be deaf old Dave. But just horrible. Anyway, we won't go into that too much. I'm waiting to oscilloscope. I'll bring an oscilloscope home and check it out, look at that. But there's something wrong with that unit, but it was a freebie, so I'm not going to complain. Had a bit of a play this morning with the putting these blades that I had for the Makita. Funny story, they're not the right blades. Took them apart, put it all in, was trying to realign them, couldn't realign them for the life of me, couldn't get them back into a proper space. They're not, they look right, but they're not. The other thing is these, even though they're in a packet and sealed, I didn't realise somebody had actually opened them, and these have been reground at some stage. So they didn't work. Didn't work at all. Yep, that's just been one of those days where nothing's really gone. I've had to do a couple of repair jobs for other people, got them. Haven't tested them yet, not going to. Yeah, that's been the day. Now, there is some stuff coming later this week, but I just thought all this stuff I was going to say, hey, we've done this, we've done this, done this. No, none of it. None of it's really come to plan so far, one of those weeks. Now, working along with, anyway, the NJ locomotive, I'll show you that later in the week. Won't let too much out of the bag, a few other bits and pieces going on, but yeah. Dark end of the room. Good afternoon, ladies and gents, boys and girls. It's now, well, Friday afternoon, so I'm shooting the last part of the Friday update video. This week's been an interesting week. All sorts of stuff that was going on that I'm going to talk to you about it. But one of the main point of views is, swing around here, you know, I've been building a NA class locomotive. NA was a narrow gauge loco on the Commonwealth Railways Australia. Look, the screen shows that the camera is flashing, which is painful. So hopefully, if it is in the video, look, I'm sorry. It's got to do with the new lights. Finally got the new lights in everywhere, and they seem to be causing an issue with the camera because the refresh rate of the camera and the lights, or is it just Dave's eyes playing up? Anyway, we'll see. So anyway, I've been building the NA class loco for the last couple of weeks, and here it is up and running in undercoat. I do plan to paint it in the next couple of weeks, but it's like giving it a run in. It's working fine. I'll put a photo of the NA in real life and a few bits and pieces. NA class was originally built on the narrow gauge, the Commonwealth Railways of Australia, most famously of the original GAN, or GAN, however you pronounce it. And I've always wanted to build a NA class, and lately I've just like, yep, let's do it. It's one of those projects that's been on the back burner. So that's where we're up to. It's a bit large for our railway here in the shed, but anyway, it'll be a bit of fun. There are a few clearance problems where it hits some trees and other bits and pieces, but anyway, it's a bit of fun. Running around, I do have some other locos on the build at the moment as well, building a few bits and pieces. This one needs paint. After paint, it will have the windows put in. After windows go in, the lights will go in, and then that's probably about a 3-4 week project going on. But that's where we are with the NA class. Now this loco in our fleet, I'm going to call it Loco 1410, because if you do the old Magic Spy code, N is the 14th letter of the alphabet, and then the J is the 10th, so you get NJ. So you get 1410. So that's my logic. So this will be Loco 1410. I'm going to base it on the old reddish and silver paint scheme, but something a little bit different in that is the plan. But I'm not going to give away too many secrets. So let's have a look at the NA class running around. There's also been another big project that has been distracting to me, which I'll show you in a sec. I've been out working on that this morning because the weather's been good. It's been the perfect situation to work on the other big project. And we'll go and have a look at that in a sec. Let's watch the train. I hope this isn't flickering in the video due to the lights refresh rate, something I'll have to work on. Camera refresh rate and the lights refresh rate probably about the same. In Australia we use 60 cycles a second for our power. Unfortunately this camera shoots at about 60 frames a second. So I'll have to play with that if it's too bad. We will see. That'll be in the big. Have a look at this. It hits the tree down here. I've got to do some tree relocations. I haven't started on the keep talking about doing the gate for the gas depot. I have not started on that this week. Probably next week we will get a chance to set up the power gate. Oop, over here on the gas depot. It's only going to have one gate. It currently has two. So we're going to have one opening and closing gate here on the gasworks. Servo set up the same as what I did over on the level crossing gates. Anyway, let's go for a quick walk to show you the job outside. Oh, doesn't it look good? It's got a Bachmann SD 40-2 mechanism. I'll show you the box number. Hang on, I kept the box in case anybody's interested. Just see if we can focus on this. I can't see if we can focus on that or not. But there you go. That's a Jeep. That's the wrong one. That's not the chassis that's in that Loco, Dave. Edit that bit out. We don't need to see that. I did keep the box somewhere. Where is? Oh, Davo. You're meant to keep that. Anyway, oh, hang on. Here we go. There you go. Right, we'll do the right. This is an interesting video. So that is the right HO scale mech. Now this is ON30 scale. So it's HO scale, well, HO gauge track, not really HO scale running on that. But that's the mech that I chose for that. It is a DCC economy mech. Not sound fitted, because sound fitted locos, even though you can hear them idling in the background, do sometimes drive me a little bit insane. There you go. That is for those who want to know, the chassis. It is running underneath that Loco, the donor chassis. The files, when we've got it all done, the files will be on my Facebook page. Details at the end of the video, or if you want them before then, let me know and I'll send them to you. I can print the bodies and bits and pieces if you want, but it's cheaper for me to actually give you the files and take it somewhere else and get them to print it for you. So that is the NJ. Now let's go for a quick walk outside, and then I'll have to go and edit some videos so we get something out today. Taking you for the walk across the garden. It's been a lovely day today. We desperately need for rain. Garden's looking a bit dry. Have been watering a couple of days a week. Don't trip over the hose. I've got the hose laid out here for a particular reason. That is for fire protection. Why do you need fire protection, Dave? Well, I'll show you what I've been doing out here. Been working on the next stage of the, I have to wait for the camera to adjust, of the cat walk. You saw the first part of the videos where we inserted a opening, and the first part is so the cats can come out through the old wood box and come outside, and they come down through this amazing contraption here. So this is, I'll give you a quick cook's tour. So that's the old wood box. There's a tunnel here. The cats can come here, and then they can come, there's half a tree down, let's tidy up. And they can come down here on these box structures, and they come out then at ground level. I was going to cut a hole in here this morning when I had all the gear out with the plasma cutter, but while I was working out here, I had a couple of eyes watching me. Little eyes and ears were watching me, so I thought, oh, better not do that yet. So just before I do the next stage, I'll then cut a hole with the plasma cutter in there. This will be then covered in chicken wire or well mesh, so I've got to go to the Bunnings website and work out what I can get and what's going to do. The plan is that we'll have chicken wire attached to the bottom, and then it can be stapled to those battens up the top. They've been screwed, and construction adhesives, liquid nails, sort of to the wall, and then we will enclose this area along here with chicken wire or well mesh, whatever we can dig up. So the cats will have a protected walkway down here. I've been out on the, this is recovered using material that Dad had out the side of one of the shipping containers, and I stole it, well, with permission from Mum. I brought it home, cut it up, use that. So I've used recycled material, grab on the old gasless MIG. My welds aren't perfect, but this thing's not going to fall apart. So we've made a structure here, and this will be covered tent style and chicken wire. I've been thinking about this for weeks, about how was I going to build this tunnel? How was I going to build this tunnel? I suddenly realised that it didn't have to be square. All it needed is an opening that the cats could walk along, because I had all these designs. I thought, hang on, how about we do it tent style? So, yeah, that will be covered between the two spaces, filled in with some chicken wire. And then we will build a entrance. Now, I've got this old subwoofer box here from years ago. The subwoofer and the amp in this is dead. Doesn't work. I tested it this week. So I'm thinking about cutting this down and then turning it into the access box that'll allow the cats to go up to the next stage, which will be not the Sookie cage that's here. So I'll talk about more when it happens because it's still not all set in contract. But yeah, something else is going to be happening. So this is like stage 2, and then there will be a stage 3, and the stage 3 will top everything off, and it's going to be magnificent. Well, anyway, I've ranted on for about 9 minutes and a bit, so I'll get out of here now. Have a great week. Look after yourselves. Don't forget, get out there and do some DIY stuff. You don't know what you can do till you'll try. As Henry Ford said, if you think you can, and if you think you can't, you're right. Anyway, I've been Dave in the Shed. Talk to you next week.